Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to Ahwa, episode 7. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Yes, we are back. And today we've got so much to talk about. Um, Arsenal lost to Man United in the preseason. Ramsdale had like a howler. I'm never going to do that again. Ramsdale had a howler of a game. Declan Rice dropped a stinker. And Kai Havertz shown why he's worth £6 million at best. We're here to talk about a whole lot of things. And you guys already know the vibes, man. Ahwa, the best show on YouTube. We keep increasing every single week with the amount of people watching us. Big up to you guys. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay. Please do not forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Tifo, I got outvoted, my brother. I say Gahwa, but we've got 3 Egyptians and they all say Ahwa, so there's nothing I can do about it. So it's a democracy. I'm not a dictator. So make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single person right now, this very second, stop what you're doing. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Just quickly before I introduce the people, big up to Joe who says, thank you so much, Joe, as well, for consistent support on the channel. The garbage about Mapped is starting up again like last year, which means no more players, just more hype. Liverpool need 3 more DMs in 2.5 weeks. Trust us, really. How? No, I agree with you. Listen, there is no such thing as blind trust. I've said this repeatedly. Trusting the club blindly is the dumbest thing any person can do. You shouldn't trust any club blindly, specifically after the horrible season we've just had. I'm not asking you to trust the club blindly at all, but I do not think that we're not going to get any more players. Even if Fabinho stays, we're going to get someone in, Joe, and you can take that to the bank. I promise you, my brother. And you know I'm not a liar. Big up to you, Joe. Thank you so much for the super chat, Habib. And listen, 270 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Keep letting us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And let me introduce today's panelists. First of all, I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I'm really not. Because he just woke up and he's in a bad mood. It's not the best time to mess with him. So I'd rather mess with him later on in the show. He's out here drinking apple juice from a wine glass. It's just so pathetic. But anyway, I'm going to let it go because I love him. He's my brother. And he wasn't allowed today to leave the show. He wanted to use his voice as an excuse. But he's out here. And you guys already know. The special guy. Who else is the special guy? The guy that you see every 3 seconds on the channel. Man like Staffy. How are you doing, Habibi? If you bitch about this, I promise you.
Well, you can't give me an intro and tell me not to bitch, Listen, I just woke up from a nap. You made fun of my wine glass. My voice is back. If you heard me on a Gauss channel, my voice wasn't here, but I'm good again. And I'm not in a good mood. I just woke up from a nap. I'm cranky. I'm going to take it out on someone, So it's probably going to be the Arsenal fan because we cooked them yesterday. And I feel like cooking another Arsenal fan today. So let's go.
Speaking of Arsenal fans, today, once again, and I hope you're listening to this and crying as you listen to this, Ozzy bottled it, ladies and gentlemen, because he's a bottle job. وإذا بدك تعيط يا أحمد عيط ولا طيزي. So joining us on the channel, of course, is a guy making his debut in Ahwa. The first rule of Ahwa is you've got to be an Arab. I'm sorry, we're not racist, but Ahwa, you have to have shisha culture in your veins, because Ahwa, you smoke shisha, you drink coffee, that's just how it works. Or in his case, you drink apple juice like a 13-year-old. It's okay, but you can still,
Red Bull,
he don't even have the shisha ready. How pathetic.
How
sleeping. Pathetic.
And so anyway, for my throat, I just told you my voice was gone. You want me to smoke shisha where I can't even speak?
Can you chill? Joining us on the channel, representing Arsenal Football Club, proudly displaying the Moroccan flag in the background to prove, oh, look at this guy, to prove, that he belongs in the Ahwa esteemed company. Of course, man like Saad has joined us. How are you doing, Habibi?
Alhamdulillah. Let me just start off by...
Hey, see how he's ready?
Very nice, very tasty. It's very good to be on the show. I'm ready for whatever stuff he's got. Listen, I'm going to back my boys. I don't care. Whether I have to be shameless, I have to be real. I'm gonna let you know now. It's facts. That's all I'm gonna be saying today. Yeah.
Let's go. And see how we've already got the support of the comments? See?
Appreciate it, Ahmed.
Big up.
Listen, if you ever want support, just put Staffy against someone. That someone is always gonna get the support. So if you ever want to be the baby face, put him against Staff, because Staffy's always the heel, apparently.
And speaking of baby faces, of course, how can we have that's a bad segue for Mo, because
he's not a baby face.
Like
he is a heel.
Yeah, he ain't no baby face. But listen, we can't have Ahwa without the most shameless person on it. How can I run this show? I can't. So of course, joining us on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, representing Inter Milan and all the people that hate Staffy, are led by the man himself, man like Mu'min. How are you doing, Habibi?
First of all, nice to meet you, Saad. Very nice to meet you, my friend.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Staffy, did you have your Ensun yet or not yet?
Wallahi, bro, I wish I had Yen soon.
Were you screaming in a friendly game against Arsenal? Is that your pinnacle of your life? This is it.
I haven't spoken to Mo in a week, and this is how he starts talking to me. If you guys wonder,
Arsenal friendly game in New York, and then they had a nice time there. I had a nice time there.
Let me know when you're
with
done.
My friends, and I met my friend Troops there. And it was very nice time.
He's going in.
USA. I had a nice time in the USA.
First of all, big up
Troops.
Troops.
I enjoyed it so much. You know what I mean? It was great.
All right, I mean, not the guy with the flip flops who arrived in London with flip flops in the rain that's gonna be talking to me.
You call it soccer, bro.
I don't call it soccer. You
bro.
live in Texas, bro. What are you talking about? Why are you acting like because you've been in Europe for a couple of weeks, you forgot where you're from?
I'm Egyptian, born in Egypt. Where were you born?
Doesn't matter, I'm Egyptian too.
Where were you born?
I was born here, but I'm Egyptian.
Yeah, you're an American, bro. You were an American before you were Egyptian.
Listen, just because I just don't sound like a fob does not make me a fob. I'm a fob too. Don't worry about it.
What is that? You're proud to be a fob.
I mean, you want me to insult fobs when you're one, so...
I am one, yeah. I'm a
fob too.
Just got my American citizenship.
Yeah, and you kicked your wife back home. You told her to go back to her country. We all know the story, so
she got it.
Listen,
bro.
man.
She got accepted. She got accepted, bro. She got accepted, and she finished her interview, bro.
You can't yell at her no longer.
She's about to do her ceremony. She's about to get the citizenship.
He can't yell at her anymore.
Gonna take half my money
I love how we started the show. By the way, there's a poll right now in the comments for you to answer. Are you part of the Staffy Hate League or the Staffy Defense League? That's all I want to find out. So you've got two options. Are you the Staffy Hate League?
Staffy, man, I missed you, bro. Wallahi,
yeah,
listen, I'll tell you one thing.
All love, I missed you, bro.
I know you did, bro. Listen, I'll tell you one thing. Whether you're the Staffy Pro League or the Con League or against me, whatever you want to call it, you're still here to watch me.
Staffy Defense League.
Hate or defense, you're still here to watch me. So 100%. You're a fan at the end of the day.
By the way, the Staffy Hate League is led by Mo, and the Staffy
maybe they are here to watch Saad respond to you. Maybe
listen, bro. On a serious note, though, wallahi, I'm not joking. There's people that stopped me outside the stadium yesterday to just say, "We seen you on this channel and that channel." And literally just take pictures with me and stuff like that. And that was very humbling to me.
This man's
so I was gonna say
no.
On a serious note, I'm just saying because like, bro, I really appreciate that. Anyone who just recognized me or said that I saw you there, people that even tweeted me, big up, man. Because a lot of people watch our shows, by the way.
Staffy, let me tell you something. Hard working guy, Staffy.
No, I'm saying that for all of you guys as well, because they wouldn't know me if I wasn't on some of your channels. So I'm saying that.
Staffy,
I completely take credit for that, 100%.
Yeah, no one said Hussein. You're the only one that wasn't mentioned. The only time Hussein was mentioned
Staffy, I realized you are a hater, wallahi.
I'm a hater.
I'll tell you.
I'm a hater.
I'll tell you why you're a hater. Because Matisse, who is more well-known than us four combined, told me he was stopped at Tesco's and they asked him about me. So you don't come in here with that energy like, oh, who's Hussam?
You're not known in America. Nobody. What do you want me to say, bro?
This guy met Troops once وخلاص رمانا بزبالة. إنه خلاص.
No, I didn't. Listen, Troops say fuck you.
He got the link.
Listen. Troops ain't got your back here.
For people who are wondering, I saw Troops and all he said was fuck Hassan. That's all he did. And I sent it to Hassan. He was like, why? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just sending a message. That's what Troop said.
That's a messenger.
Yeah, speaking of sending a message, before we get to our first topic, big up to Murad who says, Salam alaikum, Akhi Hussam, how are you? Alhamdulillah, Murad. Thank you so much for the super chat, Akhi. I'm doing good. And I appreciate all the love you've shown us.
Only Hussam on the stream, Murad. Yeah, what the
Isma, Murad, send another super chat for every single one of them, huh?
I appreciate you super chatting and supporting Hussam, Murad, and everything. But we're here as well and we're Muslims, alhamdulillah. So like, يعني عليكم السلام يا أخي يعني. It's only Hussam.
Murad, send in another super chat. Say salam to Staffy and Mo and
حرام يا أخي والله.
Big up to Nilotpar says, thank you for all the content. Hussam, big up. You're welcome, Nilotpar. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate all the support you've shown me. My guy. Big up to Victor says, big up my brother Hussam. I can't wait for Man United to challenge. If we get our targets, rivals are scared. Shout out to Staffy. Always love your opinions of football, Terrace. Hussam, Eric, 10 genius incoming. Victor, there's a whole lot to unpack there. And I hope you stay tuned in this United section because we are going to speak about it. You best believe this United Arsenal game. Saad can go, off mute, off camera, maybe to go fart and come back. But he ain't ready for the smoke. He ain't ready because we're about to roast the shit out of him. And he knows exactly.
Challenge.
No, you're not gonna do this because you're gonna get roasted. So big up to you, Victor. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I hope you're doing well. Me and you speak. By the way, Victor, I'm not ignoring you. I'm actually DM limited. Big up to Elon Musk, Ibn al-Wisqa, اللي wants me to pay £8 a month. So love you, Elon, but I don't have PayPal in Jordan, so I'm gonna have to hold that. Big up to AJ says Staffy's a good brother, but he supports United, so he's Staffy hate league. Well, I guess Mu'min's your leader then, and he supports Inter Milan, so it is what it is. Big up to Murad says, no, bro, I said it in the beginning, brother. Listen, Mu'min is just messing with you, Murad. Thanks so much once again. Big up to Cameron, finally says, applying for a captain seat in the Staffy hate league. Big up, boys.
Let me tell you something about Cam, because he's in the Man United chat with the Pearce. I sent a picture of Onana the other day. All I did was just send a picture of him when I saw him at the hotel. And he goes in and he says that my obsession with Onana is similar to Johnny's obsession with Pogba. That was it. I'm like, bro, maybe one day you'll have something nice to say about me. Because all I had to do was send a picture for me to get hate. I did nothing, bro. But listen, he's definitely the captain of the Staffy Hate League because this guy can't go a day without slagging me off. But
you love acting the victim, huh? You want to,
if I show you the group chat, you'll be like, you know what, Staffy, you do.
Yalla guys, bring the tissue. Let's all cry. Staffy, يلا نقلبها مناحة. يا الله قد ما بتتمحن يا. Anyway, big Murad says, Staffy, please cook all the Arsenal fans. I'm with you. And listen, that's the first topic. So big up to Murad. Big up to Joe. Big up to Nilotpal, Victor, AJ, and Cameron for the surprise. Big up to you if that's Cameron from the Terrace. I never knew that's your full name, but big up for revealing the Gavi.
That's Canadian.
Big up everyone for watching us. There's 420 people here. I need the likes up though. We're on 100 likes. So well done. First target hit. Next target, 200 likes. Slap the like button now. I don't want to keep stopping it because Al-Ahwa gets hated because it's 4 Arabs, 4 crazy people. So make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel right now. Slap that like button. Don't just press it. Take the thing and slap the crap out of your phone. But I am not responsible for any of the damages. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So I want to go to Saad first, even though Staffy won, because haram. I feel bad for him. Saad, Akhi, you lost yesterday the Champions League final. What are you saying?
I'm not gonna lie. Listen. It was just a pre-season game. Let's just start. Let me be a bit shameless. Before I get to the facts. Yeah. Okay. So it was just a pre-season game. Now, if I want to look at it, if I want to look at it as a real thing, Anyway, listen. If I want to look at it as realistically, yeah. Okay. The first goal, Bruno Fernandes comes in, shoots. Ramsdale should have saved. Now it happens. He had what I like to call a De Gea moment. He had a De Gea moment, bro. The ball hit off his arm and went into the goal. What can I do? Because Ramsdale, you have to understand, is one of those players that on one day he's gonna be like De Gea. He's gonna have those moments where he's just letting stupid things in. But then on another day, he's gonna pull up like in Liverpool, and he's gonna save you. He's gonna pull out that save against Mo Salah, which people are thinking that's already gone in. It's a finesse goal. Of course it's gonna go in, but no, he pulls out a mad save, angles of all sorts. And then the second goal, okay, Gabriel, he kind of got left in the dust. I'm not gonna lie. He missed the ball completely. Tried to swing his leg for it, and he missed the ball. And then Sancho out of nowhere, he finally decided, you know what? I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna run for this goal. And he shoots it, and he scores. Okay, even that one, Ramsdale, I think should have done better to save that because it was on his near post. He should have done better to cover that.
So sorry, Sat. Are you now being a fan
This is
another
is
deluded Arsenal fan?
no. I'm not being deluded. But
By the way, where's Comdian? Where's Soa? Remember the Ramsdale Onana conversation? What happened?
In the fucking
we'll
mud,
talk about
bro.
it. But my point is, Sad
What
said,
happened?
Sad said in the
bro.
beginning, let me be shameless. It's only preseason, and then he started putting facts. I was like, Sad, it's only preseason when you lose, or what?
No. Listen.
You know who Mu'min is?
That's why I
Mu'min
said
is the guy that bullies the new guy at school. Always.
Of course.
Mu'min loves bullying the new guy every single time.
That's fine. But I said I'm going to be shameless
We'll
because,
just
of
put
course,
people in line.
when I- but you have to understand.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
I
joking.
But what I'm going to say is I'm going to be shameless, of course. If it went the other way, of course I'll be slating them. Of course. But when I lose, I'm going to be shameless. Yeah? I'm a sore loser. I don't like to lose, especially to these scumbags. Especially because I do not like Man United.
Did you mean Mustafa or just Man United as a club?
No. This guy get personal.
You just called Mustafa's comeback.
No.
You just pointed to the
United.
screen and then you
Man
just said
United.
these
Say
guys.
wallahi, you meant Man United, not Mustafa right now. Say wallahi.
Of course. Wallahi, Man United. But
والله
listen,
احنا بنوقف الغلط الراجل
He almost said
بغلطش
Mustafa.
والله.
He actually said wallah as well.
hey, listen, Man United, but they're scumbags. I don't like them. I don't like it. The players, Bruno Fernandes, listen, that guy pisses me off, man. But listen, of course, we made some mistakes in the game, but it's only pre-season. The good thing is you have to understand that this is the time for us to learn, because the real test for me is when we meet these guys again in September. And best believe that's at the Emirates. They don't beat me at the Emirates. So I'm a best believer I'm going to come into that game with hella chest because I know I'm going to beat them. But listen, I'm confident going into the season. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I still think we're going to finish above you. And listen, we're going to challenge as well as Liverpool, inshallah, next season. We're going to
I don't want to talk about all that. Listen. I don't want to talk about all that. I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about Declan Rice playing as a lone six and failing at it, like I said we would. I want to talk about Havertz playing in that number 8 role and not doing it well. I want to talk about Kobe Mainoo playing an 18-year-old, bossing that midfield, looking like the 105 million midfielder over your 105 million midfielder. These are the things I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about when we go to the Emirates, because so far, people been actually, bro, you know what's sad, bro? These Arsenal fans been asking me to pull up to the Emirates and see if I could celebrate the way I did yesterday in a neutral ground. Why are you so mad at me? Because I bossed your fans in a neutral ground yesterday. Why are you calling me out to go to England for? Is that how upset you are over a friendly game? You're telling me it's a friendly, and you're calling me out to go to England to deal with me. You're not doing shit, bro. I'll come to England. I'll stay here. You're not doing shit to me. Okay? So I don't want to talk about all that waffle, bro. I just want to talk about the 90 minutes yesterday. Listen, I pulled up yesterday. I went to a friendly game. My manager said, we don't play friendlies. So I was like, you know what? Staffy, today is not a friendly. Why? Because my manager said it wasn't a friendly. So the game was at 5 o'clock. I picked up one of my friends, went to the stadium.
When you say my manager, by the way, it's so cringe.
I don't give a shit what you think.
Can I
It's
tell you
my
why
time
it's
to
cringe?
talk.
No United
I don't
fan
care.
can hug out. That's why it's cringe.
Khalas, I don't care. It's my time to talk. Now you sit down a little bit, Debati. Okay? My manager said it's not a friendly game.
Man told Osam on his channel to shut up. He literally just said that.
اسمع اليوم جايته الدورة مصطفى خلاص.
أتكلم ولا مش أتكلم؟
This
is my turn.
يا وردة يا
This is
قمر.
my turn. This is my turn. I listened to this shitty monologue before me. It wasn't good enough. And now it's cooking time. Actually, I pulled up to the stadium yesterday. Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm ready. No, I'm ready.
Listen, bro. I pulled up to the stadium yesterday. There was no tailgating for Arsenal fans. None. Not at all. We had a whole parking lot designated for us. That's how massive we are. They had nothing. Okay? We did our thing. Everyone had their
What
drinks.
does tailgating mean on a real one?
Okay, so tailgating is an American thing where people pull out with their trucks before the game in the parking lot, barbecuing and drinking. So in England, they go to the bars before the game. In America, tailgating is a massive thing here in all the sports.
But the people actually that tailgated was the fan clubs from all over the US and actually from England. So like the famous channels like the United Stand, United View, Stratford Paddock, they had their own places. And then there was like the Miami Sports Supporters Club, Canada, New York, all over the place. Anyways, we had a whole thing going on. That's why my voice is gone, because I was like singing for about 4 hours before the game.
Your voice is back, by the way. It actually is.
It's back, but it actually hurts to talk sometimes. Anyways, then the game comes.
Well, and it actually hurts to listen, but fine. Go ahead.
Mo, you do understand people have to listen to you on multiple channels.
I had to say the joke.
People have to listen to you on multiple channels, and you're complaining about me.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Anyways, can you let me cook, man? You keep interrupting, man. Listen, you're ruining, bro.
It's a funny joke. It's fine.
No, it wasn't funny. You think it's funny, but it wasn't funny. Anyways,
well,
bro, the game starts.
Now you're gonna make me interrupt you more. I thought Osam and Sad laughed.
Yeah, we laughed.
Think it's funny.
That was a good joke. That was a good good one line, huh?
Meshi. Anyways, the game started. I find myself sitting with the Arsenal fans, as I showed you guys, accidentally. I didn't know I was sitting in the Arsenal section, you know? And these men were softer than their team, bro. That midfield that they had, listen, bro. When I saw Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard lined up,
I love Staffy so much.
Listen, bro. I thought because they're in New York is known for their bagel.
Toughness.
So they gave us a bagel a bagel formation. They gave us nothing in the middle. It was Bagel FC. You know, they had a DM that doesn't know how to play as a lone six that they paid 105 million for. They had Havertz who was doing nothing on and off the ball. Wallahi, bro, on my mom's life, bro, while they were warming up, this guy missed every shot. Didn't make a single shot, Havertz, as they're warming up. And I'm watching it. Wallahi, 20 feet away from me. I was like,
Mustafa's serious, by the way. I heard this actually from people that went to the game. They said he awful. He said he was awful before the game.
Bro, he missed. You know when they warm up, so they do the shooting drills? Wallahi, he missed every shot. And he was shooting on the goal that's in front of me. Uqsim billah, he missed every shot.
65 million.
Yeah, bro, wallahi. Anyways, so yeah, that's the midfield that I was watching. So I think they were inspired, as I said, by New York Bagel because they gave us no midfield. These guys, every time they had the ball, they looked okay. Every time they lost the ball.
What are you saying? They were moving like the Knicks?
Bro, they were moving like section 149 and 101 because I was sitting with Arsenal fans and no one said a word to me. No one could do anything to me. I ran 21 sections every time we scored a goal. And on the way back, bro, every time I walked back to my seat, I felt like this man because I'm recording left and right and it felt like they were giving me a guard of honor, even though all the guard of honor was full of like middle fingers and telling me to shut the fuck up and stuff like that. But, you know, it is what it is. They got cooked in their own section and their own midfielder got cooked by our own youngster, you know, 105 million. They get cooked by an 18-year-old youngster. My manager bossed the game again. You know, these guys kept saying it was a friendly, but then I'm looking to my left and I see them like, you know, punching up each other. You know, rumors are they were fighting each other because they wanted to decide, like, you know, they were disagreeing on what Kai Havertz's best position is, you know. So their own fans are frustrating during the game. They're fighting each other. They're losing the game. We even gave them a penalty shootout just for the fans to be happy on the way out and say we won something, and they lost that too, you know. So if it was a friendly, I don't know what the fuck was going on because, you know, you shouldn't be fighting each other in a preseason game if it's a friendly. You know, we didn't treat it like a friendly. We took it as a serious game. I told you guys that Rice in a 6 is not better than Partey because he doesn't play a lone 6 in West Ham. People said
can I ask you something related to this? Let's talk football. So forget banter.
Let's talk football, bro. No, this isn't banter. This is true, by the way.
Rice plays a 6, a lone 6. Probably Jude plays right next to him a little bit with the England. I think that's why he was playing a 6 at Arsenal yesterday. You don't think that he can do the job?
I don't think so, no. I think he can eventually, but not now.
So what attributes he doesn't have to play that lone 6?
I think he's not used to, and this is Wallahi, like Bente aside, I think he's not used to playing so high up the pitch yet, where on transition, I just think he looked horrible. And it didn't help that he had 2 number 8s in front of him. Let's say he had Partey playing next to him or behind him, it would have helped. But being a lone 6 and having a very advanced 8 in Havertz who has no attributes on the defense, every time they lost the ball, bro, I think he's used to being like 20 yards behind when he's with, what's their name? West Ham. But when he played with Arsenal, every time they lost the ball, he's not used to having to sprint back all the way and trying to stop a transition that quick, which is why that defense, when they looked exposed, yes, Gabriel made a mistake, on another that he clears that and they don't concede that goal. But I don't think he's used to that. And I think, as I said, it's going to take time to adapt to that. And other than that, I don't think having Havertz in the 8 helps him or is going to be anything that they could move with going forward, because they need to find a way to play Partey in that midfield to create more balance, because that midfield did not look balanced yesterday. No way you're getting bossed by Kobe Mino, bro.
You have to understand, you have to understand that they needed to try this out anyway. It's great that they've tried it out in a friendly game, because now we know where we need to improve. Okay, we know that Rice at the moment can't be a lone 6. We know that he might need Thomas Partey,
but that's not the thing. I've said it on this channel multiple times, and I was labeled as an Arsenal hater when I said that. And even Mu'min agreed with me. We kept saying that he can't play as a lone 6, and Hussam actually disagreed with us. And look at him yesterday.
But how do you know? The thing is, the reason why people would say that is because you're already saying no to it, or you're already saying it's not going to work before it's even been tried out. How can you try it? How can you know how something's going to go if you haven't tried it out? So I'm saying. So now that we've tried it out, well, the thing is with Kai Havertz, obviously Kai Havertz didn't have the best of games, so he wasn't really doing anything in that left 8 side. Martin Odegaard obviously was doing what he was doing, but Kai Havertz was just a bit just there. So if we had somebody else in that left 8 spot, which, as we've seen previously as well, I've seen Trossard play in that position. He's even for that position had a few good games in that position, filling that role. But you have to understand, like, if we don't try this and we don't try him in a lone 6 with different type of players now, then going into the season, we're going to end up trying it in the season in the Premier League where it matters. So I'd rather they do it now, and then if we lose to you guys,
so let me ask you something sad. Is Rice better than Partey as a DM, as a 6?
At the moment, I would say no, just because Partey looks, even when he came on in the second half, you could see like he just.
So why trying it? Why trying it?
Just because, listen, you don't know until you try. So if we try him in that position and he worked, then that would have been another option for us in that.
Yeah, but you have 2 already there. You have Jorginho and you have Partey, 2 different type of players. They fill that role. You play Rice on the left side, make him at least go forward a little bit. I think that's the better one. Kai Havertz sits on the bench, be a sub for something off the bench. I think trying Rice as a lone 6 is completely, in my opinion, is completely wrong, footballing wise, because you still have Partey and it doesn't look like he's leaving, and you still have Jorginho as experience. Jorginho isn't a bad player. Jorginho is good in terms of passing the ball from the defense, getting it to the next player, in like build-up play and stuff. Partey is the best one there. I think trying Rice there, I don't know, it felt wrong to me that it was okay when Partey was rumored to leave, right? But now he isn't. So for me, it was strange, to be honest, playing Rice there and also playing Havertz in the 8. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, or do you think differently? I think Arteta is just being stubborn. He's just being stubborn because he said, I'm going to play him at the 8. And now he's forcing it. He's literally forcing it. And it's not working. He has 0 defensive attribute. And the guy he's replacing was one of your best players last year. Under the radar, Xhaka had one of the best seasons I've seen. 7 goals, 7 assists for a number 8 in that place. Between Odegaard and Partey is one of the best 8 performances I've seen. Right in the this was the best of Havertz of Xhaka. To replace that with Kai Havertz, who has 0 defensive attributes, as Staffy said, is an absolute being just stubborn. He's just being stubborn.
But you have to
understand, midfield looked so weak, bro. I'm not even like, wallahi, I'm not joking, bro. The fact that we were able to kick him around so easily yesterday, like, you seen our players go in for tackles and try to rough up that Arsenal team, and there was nothing coming back. I was speaking to Lee Judges after the game, and he was like, he misses Xhaka in that midfield, because he was like, if Xhaka was in that midfield, he would have like started something with this team.
This guy
He was
just
like that.
flexing who he's speaking to at this point.
He was saying if Xhaka was in that midfield, they would have done that. Like they would have started like a fight or something. He was like, this team without the intensity of someone like Xhaka, it's not good. He needs some, like, not just leadership. You just need someone to like raise up the intensity in the game when you have to, not get bullied like that, because I think I'm gonna be very honest with you. I know it's a preseason game, but you guys did get bullied yesterday. And as you said, this is a game where you try things. The thing that Ten Hag is trying to try with this team is to up the intensity. He said he wants to be the best transition team in the world. One of the best ways to play in transition, or one of the most essential things to play in transition, is to be intense. So everyone yesterday, I'm going to be very honest, everyone who played yesterday in the first half, in the second half, whether they played good or not, I saw high intensity from all our players. And I can't say the same about Arsenal, which is why your manager kept your players for 60 minutes. We changed our whole team besides the goalkeeper at halftime, and we brought in a whole different team. And you guys kept your goalkeeper. Besides the goalkeeper, and you guys kept your whole team by 60 minutes because he wasn't happy with what he saw in the first half. The second half, wallahi, we were playing most of our bench play. We have players that were never going to play for us this season anyways. Brandon Williams, Forson on the left. I forgot who else was on. Other than
Amad Diallo came on, didn't he?
Amad Diallo came on but got injured. But yeah, I'm just saying, bro, like our players look like they were treating this game as the first game in the Premier League season. And this is, to me, how you get ready, because I saw you guys do the same thing last summer. And to be very honest, the reason you guys had a very great start to the season last season was mainly around that Chelsea game, because you guys, the way you treated Chelsea last season when you beat them 4-0 in Miami or wherever it was in Florida, I remember, you guys treated that game like a Premier League game, and that's the same thing we did. Now, I understand that you need time. That's what I said about Rice when everyone hated on me and said that I'm just hating on Arsenal. Now you guys are listening to me finally. Now you're saying the same thing about Partey, that you need Partey to stay and you need to give Rice time to adapt in that 6. So welcome to finally listening to me, Arsenal fans, But you need to get that solved quick because, like, as Mo said, if Arteta stays stubborn, you're going to, you don't want to start the league wrong. You know what I mean? Because the benefit that it gave you last season over City, that you started stronger than them. Yes, City eventually caught up, but the advantage was that you started strong. You don't want to waste the next 2. I think you have 2 more preseason games. You don't want to waste them on, Arteta being stubborn and insisting with Havertz playing in that 8 instead of figuring out a way like, okay, how do I accommodate now for Rice to be in that midfield? Because the Rice has to play in the midfield. Let's be honest. Havertz doesn't. So maybe start bringing in Partey and see, okay, what does a Partey, Rice, and Odegaard midfield look like? Something like that.
That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking
and I think you should go with that.
I'm looking forward to seeing Partey, Rice, and Odegaard in that same midfield. That would, listen, I think that's going to bang.
Do you think that's strengthening from last year?
Yeah. But the only thing is, if we're in this position now, I still feel like we need to get another midfielder. Otherwise, we're basically in the same position
my
that we were in
point
last
is, do you think that Rice can do Xhaka rule as good as he did last year? Because you challenged for the league last year. Remember that. You played very well for 29 games. Very, very good. Do you think Rice can do that role defensively and offensively? Because every player could. When you win a title, every player contributes. When you challenge for the league, it's not like one player or 2 players. You didn't have one superstar. It was Saliba, it was Ramsdale, it was Ben White, it was everybody contributing. So one missing piece might affect that. You think Rice can do Xhaka's role as of now?
I'll be honest with you. At the moment, I don't think he's fully able to commit to that role at the moment. But I trust Mikel Arteta to bring that out in him, because we've seen that he can bring out the attacking side of players anyway. So I feel like he could do that, even with Martin Odegaard. Like, look at how many goals he scored last season, And
how long will it take? Will it be too late? Because this is now. It's time. It's the clock.
Yeah,
is ticking,
yeah, I know.
It's ticking.
Well,
It's not next year. It's not the year after. It's now. You spend the money now. You got Timber. You got Havertz. You got Rice. You're gonna get another guy.
Timber is a very good player, by the way.
It is not next year. That's what the problem is. Sad. You had a really good team. You had a really good starting 11 last year. having Rice there, is it improving over Xhaka? Is he the one that's supposed to take you over the line? Is he actually an improvement over Xhaka? Now, he might be over the next 5 years. He might be better, but is he now the guy? I agree with you. I don't think so.
The thing is, we have to, like I said, bro, we got to wait and see. Because right now we've seen him in the preseason. So we've seen him how he is. Right now, Mikel Arteta's experimenting him in different positions. Trying him here as a lone 6. He's going to try him as a left 8. He's going to try him in the DM spot and try somebody else next to him. Even now, we still need to see what he looks like and take out Havertz out of that lone. Obviously, have him as the lone 6. Take out Havertz and then put in Leandro Trossard. That could be something that could cook because even Leandro Trossard, he's played that position before, that left 8 position, and he's played it perfectly. Because he's got that attack inside and he's very clinical when it comes to scoring goals. So I feel like Trossard could play that spot, hence why we've tried him in there multiple times. But when it comes to Rice,
that mean Rice stay on the bench? No.
No. I'm saying in that lone 6, I think that could work. Instead of having Havertz next to Odegaard as the 2 8s, you have Trossard there and Odegaard.
And you put Thomas Partey on the bench, the best DM in the world, based on Arsenal fans' opinion.
No, but you have to understand that's just one game plan.
Okay.
This is why he brought in Rice. This is why he brought in Tim. This is why he brought in Timber and to have him, and you can imagine now you've got Timber who can invert on the right side, and then you have Zinchenko who can invert from the left side. Now you've got two players that can invert from both sides.
Yep.
As an attacking team, you're coming towards me. You don't know who's going to invert when I get the ball back, so you don't know who to cover. You can't put one player. You can't put 2 players on Zinchenko because then I'll just go to Timber and then he inverts into the midfield with the ball. So I'm just saying you have to remember. Yes, you have to remember when we played Man United, we didn't have Zinchenko playing. We didn't have Gabriel Jesus playing from the start with that.
I mean, I'd agree.
Can I ask a question about that? Yeah, I see that. But can I ask a question to flip the conversation a little bit? Arsenal finished 5th at the season before, and you finished 2nd. You don't think Man United can improve or progress to the point that if they get a striker now, they got Onana, Mason Mount, whatever, they can actually progress more than Arsenal? Because it looks like it's a transition time based on what I understood from you. We have to wait and see Havertz. We have to wait and see Rice. Timber has to gel. But Man United, their main problem was a goal scorer and a goalkeeper. So everything in the middle is the same. It's going to stay the same, basically.
We just added one to it. We didn't really get rid of anyone. We added 2, actually. We added Mount and we added a young player.
I actually believe that the same midfield that played for Man United last year and the same team that played, if they replace De Gea with someone like Onana, which is they did, and they get a striker instead of Martial, they just improve 10, 12 points. They win 4 more games away.
Yeah.
So you don't think that Man United can progress faster than you getting the players in the team and getting the players playing the same way you played last year?
I'll be honest. I think at the moment we're already at a level where, listen, our team. We're further into the cycle, innit? We're further into our project, as you want to say.
You guys love using these buzzwords.
Yeah. Listen,
phases and projects.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Saad. Wallahi, all this buzzwords, like it's just like so cringy. Like it's just, listen, you have to win. You got all this buzzword. Oh my God, if you give me 100 million right now, if you give me 105 plus 65 for Havertz, it's 170 plus whatever for Timber, that's 200 million. Give me 200 million, I'll tell you I'm winning the league next season. All this crap is just like, you cannot keep transitioning. How many steps are you going to go through? Do you need an absolutely perfect team and perfect squad to win the league? That's not. We didn't have a perfect squad and perfect team when we won the league. That's not how life works ever. And speaking of not having a perfect squad, 600 people are here. We ain't even on 300 likes yet. You bozos. It is 2 a.m. in Jordan and we're live to give you prime content. Slap the like button now. Subscribe to the channel. What's this behavior?
Slap
Let
it,
me run
slap
through these super chats quickly before we carry on. Big up to Nadra who says, big up Hussam. Will there be another 7-Up this season? Inshallah, there is 7-Up, there is Sprite, there is Miranda, there is Pepsi, there is Prime. Inshallah, we're going to ruin their life. I dare them come with Mount Bruno and Casemiro to Anfield. Wallahi, I dare them. Big up to you, Queen Nadra. Joe says, the garbage about Mbappe to Liverpool is coming out again. Even in the last hour, they can't afford 50 million, now bidding 180. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen soon. Megan Fox to Hussam. Take that to the bank. It's happening 100%. Since we're being delusional, let's be delusional all the way. Joe, we ain't going to sign no damn Mbappe, man. Have some shame. Felipe says, upcoming season is very predictable. City, Arsenal, probably the title race, but you never know about Man United, LFC, if they get players and FSG in. Look at these Newcastle fans piping up. Have some shame, Felipe. You weren't that guy just like 30 seconds ago. You weren't that guy.
Hold on.
Look at how you're behaving.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, look at how you're behaving. Also, listen, I agree with the Liverpool part, though. We must sign players. 100%, you are spitting. This guy. Big up to you, Felipe. Arteta said it's early for the combo. Wait 55 games.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Did you see Hassan's face? It's a joke, Hassan.
By the time we wait 55 games, brother, the season's going to be over.
That's next season, yeah.
You know, I hope it's sarcasm, and I'm going to say thank you for the super chat. Big up to Gando says, Havertz LCM is straight out of FIFA. Literally in FIFA, people put tall, strong forwards at CM in a 4-3. Arteta's big genius plan is copying FIFA tactics. Ganzo, you're such an asshole for that super chat. But I'm going to be honest with you. You are spitting because there is no world in which Havertz could work as the LCM because he don't have the football attributes for it or the physical attributes for it. He is like a lost giraffe in the Kalahari Desert. Big up to you, Ganzo. I would rather play Smith Rowe in the 8 than Kai, the donkey. Smith Rowe looked physical, good, especially for that position. I agree with you, Murad. But here's the thing with Smith Rowe. Just quickly, Saad, what do you think about this whole Smith Rowe situation? Because he should have been someone you rely on.
The thing is, he came out of the same crop of the Saka. He was part of that group that came out of the youth teams and Hairlenders and stuff like that. So for me, I feel like
Hairlenders, is that what we're calling them now?
Well, that's what they're called. So the Hairlenders, man.
That sounds like Hairlenders.
No, but listen, honestly, I feel like Smith Rowe still has a future. So if it looks like he still wants to fight. He recently got the surgery on his groin, I believe, because he had an ongoing problem, which caused him to have ongoing injuries.
He was the guy that scored the equalizer at Old Trafford, right?
No, that's Reece Nelson. No,
at Old Trafford.
No.
Wait, what game are you talking about?
1-1, right?
No, he was injured. That's last year. They didn't draw it all. That's
We beat them in Old Trafford.
No, they beat us at Old
I'm
Trafford.
thinking of a different game.
Reece Nelson hasn't scored in our ground. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel like he just come out of this injury now, and he's gotten a surgery. So he's literally come out and said, even in interviews, he said to us, he's ready to fight for his position, and he's finally over this injury now, and he's gonna put his head down and get to work. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he could do this season, because it's going to be his first season where he's injury free, and hopefully we could see him possibly try and be in that left 8 spot. Because I'm not gonna lie, before when he was playing, he was scoring in North London derbies.
Yeah, Smith Rowe is a player I like. I can't lie.
He was doing very good.
He's a very good player.
Yeah,
Rice has played zone 6 for England. Brilliant performance against Italy. Donny, the problem is with England and with West Ham, they played a completely different style of football. The football with England and with West Ham is defensive. With Arsenal, you're going to control the ball for 90% of the time, which is a completely different thing. That's the thing, Donny. But I'll say thank you for the super chat. And finally, anyone watching the
Women
World Cup? The Women World Cup.
Are any of you guys watching it?
I would say that I'm not, but
I saw it in the gym a couple of times.
I know that Sophia does a lot of content for the Women's World Cup, so I'm pretty sure you guys know Sophia already. Sophia's Football Talk. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely should go watch that. Her content on that. She's in the comments, so big up Sophia.
Oh, you're talking about Sophia, the shameless Man United fan?
She is pretty shameless, yeah, but she's
you know, Sophia had a really bad season because the treble happened really on her head top.
Twice.
Twice.
because City beat Inter and she supports Inter, and City beat Man United in the FA Cup final, and she's a United fan as well. So
She had a double
either way,
whammy.
It's a very, she's the second person I know that supports Inter and Man United.
Who's the first person?
It's a crazy connection because usually Man United fans are glory hunters, so they'd support Juventus. Anyway, 580 people.
خلاص, you got your 5 cents.
Can I tell the people to like, please? Everyone watching us right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Big up to Tyler, Donny, Ganzo, Felipe, Edward, Nadra, Cameron, AJ, Victor, Nilatpal, Murad, and Joe for the super chats. Big up to every single person who sent in super chat. All the people who show Islam support. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. Go ahead, Mu'min. You didn't say anything when this guy started talking about phases. Why are you quiet?
Yeah, we heard it too many times, but phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. And Saad is a new guy, but it looks like it's a... Listen, Saad, you haven't heard me before. Do you know why I think the main reason Arsenal lost the league last year is because of the fans, because the echo chambers. EFTV and everybody said we already won the league, and I think all of you exactly echoed that, and the players heard it, because in this day and age, players actually follow social media. Players know what is going on, and I thought the players somehow they were overconfident. And it's not only about Partey doing flicks and tricks in front of the 18. It's Ramsdale trying to pass to a non-existent player just because he's so confident that they have the ball.
Did you see how poor his distribution was yesterday?
Don't get me started. We'll talk about it later. But don't get me started. I'm serious. And I pulled the stat yesterday on never a foul, and I'm going to tell you that stat because we got into on a fight with Dawood about it. But Saka stopped tracking back. Martinelli was still hustling. And I think the problem with Arsenal fans is that most of the guys, the Arsenal fans, you guys have echo chambers. You guys echo each other. And I don't know why is that, but it's just, I feel like, and when there is an outcast, they get called out. They get called like, oh, you're not an Arsenal fan. You don't like the club. You're against the club. You don't support the club because they don't have the same opinion as 99% of the fans. And I think that's one of the problems, because players, clubs, they need to hear criticism, constructive or non-constructive, but they need to hear it sometimes, and they need to listen. And in this day and age, fans have a vote. Fans stopped the Super League. Fans stopped transfers before. You know that. In Italy, they stopped transfers. And I'm sure in England, the fans who protested stopped the Super League. But the problem with Arsenal fans is the echo. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. I've heard it all from all Arsenal fans. And
I don't get all this phase talk, though. It literally started from Arsenal fans, honestly.
Yeah,
I've never heard
phase
of
1, phase 3. I mean, every phase, when it fails, it's still a phase. Like when the phase fails, this is, the next phase is a successful one. Oh, the next phase. Where are we going with this? It's now success. The money is there.
It started off with the whole rebuild talk from Mikel Arteta. So he set it off at the start of within the first 3 years or whatever, within the first 5 years, he wanted to win the Champions League, I think he said, or the Premier League. So already he's set out the length of time that this project is going to last, from rebuild.
The Arsenal fans are annoyed. I'm not defending
and then the Arsenal fans echoed that. Sad. The problem is you're absolutely telling me exactly what I'm saying. Sad. You're echoing what I'm saying. He started it, Mikel Arteta, and all of you guys are just following him. Like he can do no wrong.
But but Mo, you have to understand that for him to change the team from what it was to what it is now, we have more control of the ball. We're more attacking. Last year, we scored the most goals I think we scored in the last 5 seasons. So you have to understand he's made us more of an attacking team that's able to score goals. Now, if you look at last season, the real reason why we lost the league is the main reason was because Saliba got injured, and he was just such an important player to the way that we play, the high line that we keep. If you put Rob Holding in there, he just doesn't fit. He doesn't fit at all. Even when Rob Holding was playing in certain games, he'd be dropping back and then everybody else would be keeping the same line, but he'd just be behind them. And he'd be playing players on side. And then they just get behind. As well as, of course, there were stupid errors. We obviously mentioned the one about Ramsdale passing into nobody, Party having stinkers.
Odegaard, you remember Odegaard, the Man City fan? Didn't he Man City fan just pass the ball to the Man City player and they went to score or something like this in the middle of the field?
No, but the thing is with Martin Odegaard, because even
I love Odegaard, but I think he's a tough player.
Yeah, I feel like people are a bit too harsh on him when they say that he disappears in games, because they don't see that he still does the fundamentals. Like, he still presses. Now, of course, the press it's not like a team press. Like, he's just trying to do it sometimes by himself. So I feel like on that in that part of it, we need to be a bit more coordinated with how we press. Because listen, he's always the one that's trying. He's always there. You see him pressing the goalkeeper sometimes.
Speaking of coordinating the press, there is an important question to you, because Felipe here has posed it. I'm not even gonna read what he says. All I wanna say is, Mr.
I'll
Saad,
read it. I like that. Can I read it? I just don't see
because I have a question to ask you, Saad, based on what he said. Saad, say Wallah, you're gonna pull up with Ramsdale to the Bernabeu.
Wallah, I'm gonna pull up with Ramsdale.
Say Wallah, you're gonna pull up to the San Siro with Ramsdale.
Wallah, I'm gonna pull up with
the Parc de France with the Ramsdale.
You know what? It was
100%. I'm gonna.
It's not your level, Wallahi. Ramsdale.
I'll pull up with Ramsdale. I'll pull up with Ramsdale and watch. He's gonna put performance.
So why half your fan base don't want him? Why half your fan base don't want him?
Listen.
Are they all dumb?
Are
you calling your fan base dumb?
No. I'm not calling my fan base dumb. We're split. It's like a similar thing to Man United fans. You know, you got some Man United fans that don't like Bruno. You got some Man United fans that do. You know.
No.
Same way.
Listen, but
situation.
we know what Bruno brings to the team. Okay, he gets more hate from rivals. However, rivals know that Ramsdale's not good enough. They don't even hate on Ramsdale. They just know he's not good enough. Okay, and wallahi, bro, I'm gonna be very honest on this, and we need to give one man on this panel credit, because when I saw that goal go in yesterday from Bruno, wallahi, the first person I thought of was Mo, because Mo said on this channel multiple times, Ramsdale is not that wow goalkeeper. He's like, when we talk about the best goalkeepers in the league, we can't bring up Ramsdale, because Ramsdale, there's nothing about him that's so amazing. And everyone came at him crazy for saying that. Yesterday, he did a similar mistake that he does a lot. Yes, he has a lot of good moments, but yet he does these howlers in random games where he's just a better version. He doesn't make as many mistakes as De Gea. De Gea made a lot of mistakes for us. He's a good ball-playing goalkeeper, but that's his limit. He's never going to be that amazing goalkeeper that you're going to put him in conversations with Alisson, Ederson, and even Onana now.
I don't think
Ramsdale's
ever going to be that guy, ever.
That's what I'm saying. And Mo said that. Mo, I want you to speak.
Ramsdale ain't going to be that guy. I'm sorry.
I want Mo to speak on it, bro, because they came at him every week when he would say that on Ahwa. And yesterday we saw it again.
Let me give you a stat that I pulled out yesterday, because we had an argument yesterday, and people think that Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper with his feet. Well, if I get my nephew, who is 10 years old, he can pass 6-yard passes, right? He plays football, he can pass 6-yard passes. But to get a goalkeeper that's to say he's very good with his feet, that means he has to complete the long passes between the lines with the fullback. And I said that many times, with the fullback or the winger doesn't have to move. So the pass completion, I'm having a comparison between Onana, Ramsdale, Alisson, and Edison, right? The completion pass is 81 Onana, 85 Alisson, 85 Edison. Ramsdale, 65. In short passes,
mashallah. So good on the ball, mashallah.
So in short passes, Onana is 100%. Ramsdale is still the lowest with 96%, 99 and 99 for Edison and Alisson. On medium passes, all of them are 98. Now comes to the long passes, okay? That long passes is where it matters, where you are pressed and you have to bypass a line, okay? Onana, Alisson, and Edison between 54 and 60%. Ramsdale is 35%.
Right, but you have to add context to the long passes as well, though, because
what is the context you want to add?
Well, you have
probably you have an amazing
add context to us losing the league. Add context to preseason. Add context.
No, but you have to add
context.
With the long passes,
Context is Ramsdale not good enough. That's context.
By the way, long
Majority
passes.
of the time,
let me explain long passes. Long passes isn't 80-yard passes. It's just 30 yards or 40 yards or more. That means the goalkeeper from his 18 passing to a fullback on the halfway line or before the halfway line. That's called long passes.
Yeah.
You know, we know when Alisson always gets pressed and Robertson is like 30 yards out on the side and he passes the ball right to his feet, or Onana passing the ball to Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the halfway line, or Barella, or Edison passes the ball to KDB on halfway line. I'm not talking about the Edison assist to Gabriel Jesus or Aguero. This doesn't happen often. This happens like once or twice a season. I'm talking about the long passes where you get out of the press. Edison yesterday was booting the ball and the first bounce was over the line. It went to a throw-in twice. That is strange to me.
I was just going to mention that. Yeah.
I think he's a good goalkeeper. He has crazy saves, which is amazing moments. And he is decent. He is not Nick Pope with his feet, right? Nick Pope is an awkward goalkeeper with his feet. Ramsdale is good. He isn't elite. He won't get you out of trouble most of the time when you are pressed. He will boot the ball somewhere. And it will be down to your offensive players to put it down. That's the difference between him and the three goalkeepers I mentioned. And of course, Onana is the sample is just last year, because I watched him every game last year and he hasn't played in the Premier League. But to put Ramsdale in comparison with Alisson and Edison, I think it's an insult. It's a complete insult, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what they used to call
Ramsdale?
They call Ramsdale baby Alisson. Wallahi, that's haram.
Not even close.
To give you the stats, it's just they're not comparable.
The guy had spaghetti arms yesterday.
So you have to understand, yeah. So let me firstly explain what I said. Add context.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me explain why I was adding context. This guy's just rapping.
He's gonna waffle right now about his context.
No, let me add the context to why the long passes, No, because I have to add the context to why the long passes. Yeah. So when it comes to long passes, yeah, you have to understand that majority of the time, whenever we're under pressure and wherever Ramsdale was under pressure, there's always a centre back right next to him. Whether it be Gabriel or Saliba, they're always right next to him. So he will very rarely smack the ball across the field. He will rarely smack it out. So normally,
Mo give you percentages.
Yeah, okay, but what I'm saying is, even with those percentages, how many times has he kicked it out? And from those percentages, you have to look at how many times has he actually kicked it out.
But that's why he's being fair.
Hold on.
I just
look at this message right here. Look at this. Hi, Sam, Sup, Mo, fuck Staffy, hello, and you guys. What a way to enter into the comment section.
Nah,
show some respect, but yeah. Anyway, just to let you, Saad, I know maybe what you're saying with your eyes, and I see with my eyes, but the numbers say otherwise. The numbers say that the actual attempt long passes from Ramsdale is more than the other three keepers.
Listen, you have to understand.
My thing is, it's just like, are you gonna take Ramsdale to the Bernabeu like Hanjad? Like, for
yes, I feel like he can do it. I genuinely feel like he can do it, man. I'll show you guys.
Bro. You guys can see this team do no wrong. You know, with whoever comes in, whoever comes out. You know, you guys just believe that this team is perfect. So, khalas, if you don't win the league this year,
I always said with Kai Havertz, I wasn't truly agreeing with the transfer. I didn't think he was going to do well at the club.
Respect it.
So eventually, when if he doesn't do well, I'm gonna listen. I didn't really think he was going to do well. I thought 65 million was way too much.
Do you think? So let me ask you something. Do you think it is us being harsh, like rivals? I'm not a rival. I'm just a neutral here. Neutral, or he needs to prove himself. Is there evidence that he is good and we need to wait, or he needs to prove himself that he is good so we start praising him? You see the difference? Do you know the difference?
The main with Ramsdale, the main problem.
Not Ramsdale. I was talking about Havertz.
Sorry.
Because you mentioned Havertz, and that's what I mean.
with Havertz, the thing is, you have to understand. We've already got a sample a sample size from which we can take from when he was at Chelsea. So
What?
Is Ramsdale even better than Joe Hart? That's such a good point.
It's crazy.
Okay,
if we're taking what from what Havertz done at Chelsea, and then we're comparing it to what he could possibly do at Arsenal. Now we've only seen him in two different ways to play. He's played in that left eight next to or in the midfield with Rice there and with Jorginho. He's played in that left eight, and he's also now tried him with Rice as a lone six, and he's tried him in front 2 8s with him and Odegaard. Yeah, we still need to see him playing with Thomas Partey. That could be something interesting to see. We don't know because he hasn't fully tried everything with Havertz. So Mikel Arteta's come out. Yes, he said, we're going to try him. We're going to test him. We still don't fully know where he's going to play, all of that, yeah? But you have to also understand, like, Mikel Arteta may still have something in plan for this guy.
Why do we have to wait? Like, based on was he like Sterling, for example? Let me just explain to you what I mean.
These guys want to build like a castle for 8 years and then win something.
No, listen to me.
How do you want to build, Akhi?
I don't get it. Like,
we have to wait building the pyramid, they are done.
It's his fourth full season, is it? Like, when are these guys gonna actually say, "Yeah, we should"?
Bro, Jurgen Klopp. Should I read Jurgen Klopp's first team now? Mignolet, Klein, Lovren, Henderson, Lallana, Origi, Emre Can, 100 times worse than the Arsenal team. And in 4 years, in 3 years, we were Champions League winners, and in 4 years, we were Premier League winners. You're heading, and he's
even when Liverpool won the Champions League, there was no phases. Just all of a sudden, they just won a Champions League, and I was like, oh, okay, they could have won the league as well, but they got unlucky. The next year, they won the league, and that was it. They didn't tell me nothing about phases. I doubted them, but they won.
No. But let's just be honest here. He improved. Like the Arsenal we saw last year for 29 games.
Of course they improved, bro.
They were so good. They were so dominant and very good team. They were on course for 100 points. And I believe if Saliba didn't get injured, I think they would have won the league. This is just genuine opinion for me. I was not seeing any signs of slowing down from Arsenal. But again, now it's time. The money talk. You're spending the money. There is no like, oh my God, it didn't work. We got this injury. We got that injury. Oh, he's still getting Havertz used to the system or Rice. It's nothing. There's nothing left. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much money involved now. You have to win.
The thing is, I think you are getting it a bit mixed up because, listen, I expect my team to go out this season and I expect them to win a major honor. I genuinely think we should be going to win a major honor. I want the Premier League. Champions League is a bit difficult because we're only just entering into the competition. We could do something miraculous and win it. That would be amazing. That would be something that nobody could ever call if we won the Champions League. But definitely the Champions League, the Premier League.
Not based on Arsenal fans.
Yes, Mo, I know who you're listening to. I know these Arsenal fans here.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like right now the Premier League is what we need to focus on. We need to
name names
first.
Yeah, can you say names?
I'm not.
Yeah, name names. Does his name start with E by any chance?
There's one that starts with M.
It's not him. No, there are other people that are. There are people, bro. There are people that said that Arsenal, if they were in the Champions League last year, they would have made it to the final or the semi-final, and it was.
Well, they were making compilations and shit. I remember, bro. I remember.
But anyway, long story short, let me just say something.
Sporting Lisbon. What makes you think they'd beat Inter or Napoli?
Let me say something about. But however, all of this winning now, but we add context. That means if you challenge for the league for the last game or the last 2 games and you win it with 1 point or 2 points, you lose it with 1.2 points, and you reach a quarterfinal in the Champions League and you win a domestic trophy, I would consider that a successful season for Arsenal. Because it's not only you spending money. City are going out to spend 80 to 100 million on a centre back as well. They signed Kovacic. Man United strengthened. Liverpool just signed 2 midfielders. But If you go next season and you become a passenger, like the last 10 games of last season, Arsenal, I don't accept that. I think that is a sackable offense for Arteta. You go and have to challenge for the whole season. You win it or not win it, that goes down to small details, because you might lose it like Liverpool lost it. We got 96 points. Okay, that's okay. I'm not gonna say that. Like seriously, I'm serious.
Like Liverpool.
That's because you challenged until the last game twice. That's context. That means context. That means you were competitive. But Arsenal last year, I said that challenge was too weak.
Aston Villa were 2-0 up as well.
I know. That's. I'm just clarifying what I said. By the way, Sad. I'm clarifying what I said about winning. You have to have context to it.
But Mo, I can completely agree with you. Yes, if we go next season and we fully challenge Man City to the wire, it goes down to the last day, and we lose by maybe a point or 2 points, and then we go far in the Champions League, quarterfinals, semi-finals, something like that. That's an improvement to where we were this season that just passed, where we were there for 93%, and then we lost, and then we threw it away, and then we got kicked out. We got kicked out of the Europa League. So if we go far in the Champions League, and then we go neck to neck with Man City and go right to the end, that shows improvement, and then we can take that then into the next season, hopefully with this team having more understanding of themselves, because
phase 5 now. Phase 5, yes.
But listen, Mo, because this guy's setting me up.
listen, Sam.
But you have to understand, it's.
Yeah. Keep going. You're saying the right things. Keep going, bro.
No, but you have to understand, like, if that happens, then yeah, but then next season, the season after that, we definitely have to win something.
No. I'm not going to allow you to talk about the season after. Listen, because I'm getting bored right now. Wallahi, I'm getting bored. If I was someone just watching the show right now, I would have been fed up with this. I don't want to talk about if. I want you to talk about what's going to happen from your opinion. Because we talked about the game yesterday. We talked about your signings. There's 2 more preseason games coming up. I just want you to talk objectively what you think is going to happen, because I listed reasons to why your midfield is not looking good. Mo made a very good point comparing how our midfield, we added 2 players versus how your midfield, you actually changed 2 of the players starting. And he's like, why would that not work in Man United's benefit for them to actually go ahead of you guys? Obviously, he's not saying that will happen. He's just being objective on, the signings and, how the midfields are looking. I just want to know from your opinion, what is going to happen? Obviously there's no right answer because you can't see it. It's just with your team in general. Start with the midfield since it's the biggest topic. You mentioned one thing that I wanted to touch on, but that was a while ago.
Havertz and Odegaard, mashallah.
Wallahi khara, bro. Wallahi khara. If Khara had a picture in the dictionary, it would be that midfield.
Is that even better than like Szoboszlai, McAllister, and a random DM? That thing's better than our midfield.
It's really
like
not,
building.
I'm sorry.
You want honesty? Douglas Luiz, Jacob Ramsey, and Joe McGinn might be able to beat that. I'm sorry.
No.
Wallahi, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you right now, yeah. Listen.
Saad, sorry. Before you go, I just want to mention something. You said that you guys had goals last season, and the thing that actually contradicts what you just said is that you added a midfielder that brings goals. So if you already had goals, why are you taking a player out like Xhaka, who brought in intensity? Yes, he also scored a lot of goals last season, but you took out a player that was known for his intensity and his positioning and his defending, and bringing on an advanced 8 like Havertz, who's going to offer you nothing on defense, causing unbalance in that midfield when you already have goals. If you're beating teams by 4 or 5-0, you don't need to beat them by 6 or 7. You just need to not concede silly goals again. So I just want to know, how does that Havertz addition to that midfield help with that? And if that's going to help have I just want to know what he thinks is going to happen. That's all I'm saying.
He isn't going to play in the midfield. It's just established.
I feel like he's going to be more of an attacking role. You have to understand. Listen, there's all in all with them saying they're going to play him as a midfielder, and yes, they're probably going to try it. But you have to understand, most probably they're going to be using him for his attacking traits. They're not going to be using him for defensive traits because he hasn't. I don't think he's got any defensive traits. We've not seen him defend previously. So you have to understand they're going to be using him on an attacking front. My main midfield going into next season would be Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. which
So
I'm
you
looking
think he
forward
does
to
that in the
seeing.
next game? I think you guys got Barcelona next
We got
game.
Barcelona. We got Barcelona next.
Is that what you see him doing?
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that next game.
Nah, I think he's trying to phase out Party, bro. Somehow.
No. They've already come out and said they want to keep him. He's important to the project. That's what's coming up from. This is like tier 1. Tier 1 journalist
report. Yeah.
They're saying that apparently there was never interest of them wanting to sell Party, and they always wanted to keep him as part of their.
Yeah, but that's what they're always gonna say. Say.
Yeah, but
they're never gonna come out and say we didn't want to keep my man in it. They're never gonna say that. Like,
but
kick the player, bun it. They're gonna bun the player.
Bun that guy.
But they want to keep Party, and honestly, that excites me because you have to look at it. I really think that Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, and Rice in that 8th position could cook next season, and especially with Zinchenko coming in as the inverted left back. Listen, I think it's going to be very interesting. I think Rice can handle the attacking side of it, and even will play with Mikel Arteta and playing the way that we play, even though we've got already goals coming in. When you say adding Havertz to it, yes, I genuinely think he's going to be a substitute. I don't see how he starts. And for us to pay 65 mil for a substitute is crazy, because you pay 65 mil for a starter, somebody who's top tier, like, you know what I mean? Someone that's there. That's 65 is like the benchmark for it. So there's no way that I can have, and like that person just said,
you could have had 2 McAllister with 65.
They just touched on exactly what I was about to say. We're paying this guy, I think, 300k a week. It's big money.
No, I don't think that's true though. But
big money. No, we're paying him big money.
200. It's 200 plus 100 bonuses.
Okay, so that must be bonuses.
Hey, the way he's playing, he ain't gonna get no damn bonus. So
exactly. So they're gonna probably pay him like $15,000 or something. But pounds.
But you have to understand, he's gonna be coming on as a bench player. So I'm waiting to see what happens when we actually play our full team. Because yet again, like I said before, when we played Man United, we didn't have Jesus and Zinchenko. They're a massive part of our team. A massive, like, people don't understand how important Jesus and Zinchenko are to the team. Like, even at one point, I was saying last season, take Zinchenko out. Let's see what happens if we take Zinchenko out. Because even I was blind to it at the time, because I saw this guy make mistakes in defensively as he was last season, and I was like, you know what? Why are we just leaving him on and letting him make mistakes? Let's try and get him out and then try and put someone else in there and see what happens. But when you take out
the full Havertz thing is gonna be make or break for you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. 65 million, that's a whole lot of money. Murad said, those Arsenal fans are subscribed to Igal. What do you expect from them? They're never so high, buddy. They think top 4 is a cup. Wallahi, I'm sick of them. Big up to Igal. He's dodged the bullet today and tomorrow. We're gonna get Staffy and Hamza on, inshallah, with Igal on a show. It's gonna be lit.
That's
before someone steals that idea. So big up to you, Murad. Thanks so much, Habib, for the super chat. And top 4 is definitely not a cup. No, not what I said. No. I know, Joe. I apologize. I know. I realized after I replied to your first super chat that I addressed you. I know you don't believe it because you're FSG out like me. Big up, my brother. We always spread the message. FSG out till eternity, until they get the hell out of our club and we actually spend money like a serious football club. Because we should be in for Mbappe, because he would join us, but we don't have money. That's the problem. We do have money, but we don't spend it because I don't want to cuss us out. Thank you so much, Joe. Henderson as an 8 is better than Havertz 70 million flop. You know what?
Say Henderson is prime.
No.
That's not even a bad take, Dirsan. That's not even a bad
take. Hassan. Yeah.
Good take, Dirsan. Good take. Big up to you. Nidal says, Assalamu alaikum, أحبائي جميعا منورين. Keep shining, brothers. All the support for you. Do you like this one more than Murad's one, Mu'min?
Yeah. Alaikum assalam.
Big up, Nidal.
Thank you, Nidal.
This is what a respectful message looks like, by the way. Some people need to,
Yeah, Murad sent another super chat.
No, not Murad. I'm talking about, there's certain people that say nice stuff in the comments. That's all I'm saying. So learn from
It's so sensitive, bro. It's okay.
I'm just giving him respect, bro. That's all. Learn from him.
Okay, can we talk about Man United a little bit?
I feel like you got no respect.
For like for
Final
like 2
super chat.
minutes.
We will do. We'll
Okay.
do. Felipe says if Arsenal got McAllister instead of Havertz, they'd win easy. No, I agree. And I've said this to Arsenal fans and they get
But they
triggered.
didn't.
Yeah,
But they
because
didn't.
here's the thing. Rice, McAllister, and Odegaard, that's a midfield. Ball carrier, defensive guy, and number 10. Not some random donkey from Chelsea who fails as striker, put him midfield like it's football manager. It doesn't work. Anyway, 600 people are still here, even at this time of the night. Like the video, subscribe. You know, old man Mu'min has to go to sleep soon. So we're not going to keep going for so long. So like the video, subscribe. Big up to Joe, Murad, Nilotpal, Victor, AJ, Cameron, Nidal, Dinishan, Tyler, Donny, Gando, Felipe, Edward, and Nadra for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Like target is minimum 300 likes. So please do like the video, subscribe. Moment, go ahead. Manchester United.
No, just Manchester United. In my opinion, Kane might be on his way to Man United. I know we're not talking about transfers, but that talk about the owner telling Daniel Levy that you have to sell him. I think he might go to Man United. Man United, Fabrizio just said that Man United are still focused on Højlund. I think at the end, Harry Kane might end up there. And to be honest with you guys, this is not a wild take. Harry Kane to Man United makes them closer to the top than a lot of other teams, in my opinion.
I can agree.
Title contenders, maybe, but they are closer to the top than a lot of other teams.
Definite
Harry Kane
top four.
adds a lot. Look, they're already in top 4, and they should get definite top 4. I think if Harry Kane's joining them with Onana and whatever Mason Mount or not Mason Mount, I think that makes them right away above a lot of other people. And I'm saying above Liverpool and above Arsenal, in my opinion. Just Harry Kane factor. This current Liverpool team with Fabinho as their DM, the Fabinho that I saw last year, McAllister and Szoboszlai, as much as I liked them, they're new. But Man United, they're adding goals from Harry Kane and a competent goalkeeper on a team that was 3rd last year. And they had the 2nd best home form. And they had really good defense at home. They add Harry Kane, they win these away games 2-1 instead of losing them 1-0. And instead of drawing 1-1,
Can Ten Hag beat Klopp? Can he beat Pep? Can he beat Arteta?
We beat all of them last season.
What do you mean? He beat all
No,
of them
not
last
beat as in a 90-minute game, as in beat them to a title.
But that's not what he said.
Pep?
He said brings
he
you
said Pep
closer.
or no? He said Pep?
He did say Pep, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
of course.
I don't think Pep, but I think for me, Harry Kane to Man United makes them better than all the other teams other than Man City.
I
That's
Currently,
not an
I
outrageous
think
take.
currently.
That's not an
Obviously,
outrageous
I-
take at all. That's not an
Why?
outrageous take at all.
They were 3rd last year. Hassan. Based on what? They were 3rd. They had really good home form. Away form, they had to change completely the way they played football. Relied on counter attacks. Didn't have a striker to score goals. They were scraping for anybody to play in the top and the 3rd guy with Anthony and Rashford. And their midfield was okay. It was decent, not the worst. Harry Kane just adds 20 goals to that. 20 something goals. Man United, and I said that on the show. I said that on the show many times. Man United, I think they were the 2nd worst team in the league in the difference between their expected goals and the actual goals scored. Do you know what that means? That means the chances were there.
We should have scored a lot more.
But nobody scored these goals.
Yeah.
You add Harry Kane to that percent, that difference goes smaller. They score the chances they're creating. They add points. They already finished the season not that bad. They finished the season 3rd, single digits behind Arsenal. Remember that, right? Remember that. And if Man United add 10 points to last season, they go above the 85-point mark. Didn't you finish with 76 or something, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
So you add 85 points. That's very, very good. 85 points.
We were only 9 points behind Arsenal, bro. People forget that. We were technically 3 wins worse than Arsenal. That's not a lot at all. And people keep forgetting that.
I don't know why people don't want to believe that Erik ten Hag added something to the team. Lisandro Martinez, as much as I said he's not going to work, it worked. It worked. For most of the games in the Premier League, it worked. Casemiro, it worked. Yes, he was away for 8 games. I don't think he is going to get suspended as much as last year. That would be stupid from him, to be honest. I think Anthony, as much as I didn't like him last year, I thought he was overpriced person. I think he's gonna be okay this year, better. Wan-Bissaka improved massively. And remember, Lisandro Martinez got injured for like 10 games at the end of the season.
He didn't finish the season with us, yeah.
So that adds a lot of value to them. I don't know why people are saying everybody else is improving, but Man United aren't. I think Onana, from De Gea to Onana, is the biggest jump. Okay, Sam would tell me from Henderson to whoever, to my cousin, is the biggest jump. I might say okay. I might say okay, but I think De Gea to Onana completely changes the way they play football. I said that many times, and I think that's the most.
Did you see how we played yesterday with Heaton in goal? And Heaton is not a great passing goalkeeper.
It's like jumping from Jesus to Haaland. That's how big the jump is from De Gea to Onana.
Yeah, it's really about the same. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Even with Heaton yesterday, if you look at the first goal, Bruno even said after the game, he told him, he was like, listen, Arsenal are leaving space behind him. Try to ping a little bit longer balls. And he played a perfect long ball. I think it was to Maino on the right. And we ended up scoring from it. He played it deep in so he can run after it. Basically, he said, don't play it to feet. We want a long ball on the right channel. And they got the ball there. And then, the rest happened. Bruno made his run, got the ball and scored. And that's what just a decent goalkeeper. Like, Heaton is nothing other than decent. He's an okay goalkeeper, and he did that. So imagine when you got Onana in. Because if we had De Gea yesterday, no way you would have had a goal like that one, because he wouldn't be able to ping a pass like that. And these are the little things that you're saying, but we're going to get it in even better circumstances when we play Onana,
Yeah.
So I don't understand the hate that we're getting. Listen,
I really want to ask Hussam and Saad, an Arsenal and Liverpool fan, why are we completely based on, tell me, not banter, not anything. Why are we completely disregarding Man United from any conversation we're having?
Do you want to go first or Sam, or shall I go?
No. I ain't gonna go first. You're the title race merchant. You're the phase 3 merchant. You do it.
No, 5. Phase 5.
Phase 5.
I feel like firstly they brought in Mason Mount. That's still a gamble. We don't know what's gonna happen with that in the midfield. I'm seeing shameless stuff already about Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Mount, best midfield in the Premier League. So already we're seeing shameless things that are coming up from these United fans. That's the first thing.
What's shameless have you seen from us? I said I'll wait to see what Mason. No, but what have we said that's shameless? He just named our midfield, but what has he heard?
I said
some fans are saying this is the best midfield in the Premier League.
Oh, I'm sorry, so I didn't hear. Yeah, I mean, I personally haven't said that. But
I know some of the fans are they're seeing a different light. I don't know, but for me, I feel like bringing Onana is massive. That's massive because that was a lot of the problems that he had last season came from De Gea just making stupid mistakes, and also not saving goals that he should save. Like for instance, the goal that some of the goals against
West Ham, with the
Berahma. Oh my god, I don't understand how still till now. I don't understand how he hasn't saved that one. To be honest, I don't understand. It was P roller. I don't know how he didn't save it, but for them to bring in Onana is massive for them. So I feel like if they bring in this Højlund, I don't think that will raise them massive levels because the thing is he still needs to get used to the league, and from what I'm hearing he only scored.
Remember he has one season in a top 5 league, which is last year at Atalanta, which is
he only scored 9 goals, didn't he, or something like that?
He didn't play a lot,
whatever minutes. But what I'm
starts.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, is if you bring in Kane, that's something that changing you. But for me, I still think that would bring you up a level. But it would, I think you'd be.
As it stands, you don't see that we
bring in Harry Kane and Onana. Bring him one level.
I wouldn't say it would take them to challengers, man. With
or without Harry Kane? With or without Harry Kane?
No, with Harry Kane. I don't see you guys challenging.
You don't? Okay.
No. I don't
but
see.
But you see you.
No, with Harry Kane, I do see them challenging. Without, they don't challenge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so thank you. So you agree with me, Awesome. I said with Harry Kane. I didn't say with Onana.
No, but the only thing I'll tell you is I don't trust the manager and the players to get it over with or done with or sustain it long enough. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because you need to understand for me, there's one problem with Man United that remains. And even Staffy agrees with this. They have a lack of balance in the field. I'm sorry, it's not balanced. We can sit here, we can cry till tomorrow. It's not balanced, in my opinion.
Listen, I'll tell you something.
Which
Yesterday,
midfield?
and I'll tell you something.
Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno is a lot more balanced than Casemiro,
Yeah,
Mount, Bruno.
I actually.
If
so
Staffy's saying the truth, he'd agree right now.
Can
Yeah,
you
I
listen
actually
to what I'm
believe,
about to say,
Hassan,
though?
that at the end, managers will come to their senses and
Yes.
they will switch back to that.
So
Like,
when Mount
he
gets
would
benched,
try
what
to be
happens?
stubborn.
Mo,
He
you
would
are a
try to
football
be-
player. When Mount moves to Man United, gets the number 7 for 60 million pounds, gets benched, then what happens? Tell me.
Winger.
Mount is not going to get benched. Mount is not going to get benched. And I'm going to tell you something for free right now. The kid that you guys saw play yesterday, he's going to play a lot this season. Kobe Mainoo, he's the main replacement for Fred. Listen, I'm not going to say anything crazy because I saw you laughing. I'm not going to say anything crazy. This guy's a very good footballer. He's going to use him a lot in the right back position because he's going to put him in, he's not going to actually play right back. Listen, if you watch yesterday, he was actually playing every time we had the ball, he was in the right back position and he would get the ball and he would move in the midfield. Okay. He's going to play in the right back position because he's going to use him there to move into the midfield. Because weirdly yesterday, Wan-Bissaka was actually his positioning yesterday. Every time we got the ball, the goalkeeper, Wan-Bissaka was in midfield. I don't understand why, because every time he got the ball in the midfield, he lost it. His positioning was okay.
You just confused me. What happened?
Kobe Mainoo, every time we get the ball yesterday, Kobe Mainoo was in the right back. Wan-Bissaka was in the midfield. So Wan-Bissaka was playing, but he was in the midfield.
That's how I know Mustafa really is in a bad mood. He just
wallahi, listen to me.
He just named a random 17-year-old.
Let's let him finish.
If you want to listen, because
we're talking about
17-year-old.
We watched the game different because he was in the game, like he was in the stadium.
Oh,
I see
the stadium hype. Okay.
No, but sometimes you see stuff off the camera, bro. I'm telling you what I saw, and I'm telling you what the fans.
No, I can agree with him. I can agree with him on that.
Saad, you know why you agree with him? Because you're an Arsenal fan and your average age of your squad is 13 anyway. So of course you have to agree. That's number 1. Number 2, kids don't win you Premier League titles.
You didn't even let me. You didn't even let me finish. You didn't let me get to my point. You just want to make fun of it. So, khalas, what's the point? Continue.
No,
anything I said.
It's kind of strange stuff.
It's not strange because you didn't want to listen to
what I tell you why. Casemiro doesn't get subbed out. Casemiro doesn't get subbed out. If Casemiro's fit, he plays every game. Right or wrong?
Did you listen to what I said, though? The reason I said Kobe's going to start in the right back position is because Casemiro comes in and he's in that midfield position. So when I say, Wan-Bissaka was weirdly in the midfield, he won't be in the midfield if that kid plays in right.
So they gave Dalot a new contract and they have Wan-Bissaka to get an 18 years old to start at the right back.
It depends on the game. When you're playing lower teams and you're trying to control the ball, that could be one way of playing because that's an extra way of getting a midfielder into that team.
Yeah,
so now you have 4. So now you have 4 midfielders instead of having 3. You have more people ahead of you.
I'm gonna tell you something. The systems that teams play, the teams that win leagues and challenge, they enforce their system on the other teams. They don't change based on the opposition. They have one way of playing football. And I'm giving the greatest example is Liverpool playing Man City. Liverpool, with one half, they were imposing their way of playing football. It's not them being reactive. It's them being proactive. The teams that win games, the problem with you last year with Man United is you changing the way you play based on the other team. That's not how Ten Hag wants to play football.
I told you that.
I know that Ten Hag is a top coach. And
but I told you he's diverse.
Don't change their system.
Bro, I told you he's diverse. Okay? He's a diverse coach. And I didn't say, by the way, I didn't say this guy's going to play the whole season. I said he's going to pick up a lot of minutes. If you guys just give me a chance to land my point, instead of just attacking me and listening to what I'm about to say, you would have heard that. I'm saying he's going to pick up a lot of minutes. I've seen him get rid of Fred. We haven't even sold Fred yet, but he wasn't with the team. And he brought this kid with him because I know he's going to put him in that midfield.
Is it Fred or Wan-Bissaka? I'm confused now.
It's bro. You're looking too much into the position right now. I'm talking about him just mainly replacing him in the squad. Now, when I say you're going to see him a lot in the right back position, is because there's certain games where I believe he's going to try to enforce his style of play and bring on another midfielder. So when you bring on another midfielder, instead of having a right back who plays in the midfield or goes high up the pitch. If you watched the game yesterday, how many times did Wan-Bissaka get a touch of the ball in Arsenal's box? He was playing very advanced, and I was confused because like he's not good on the ball. And this is what makes me think that this is the way that he's going to try to put in an extra midfielder so he can get another body up in the midfield. Now, that could mean that Mason Mount is going to play more advanced. Instead of me seeing Wan-Bissaka between the winger and the striker, you could see Mount between the winger and the striker. There's a lot of things that I still need to see.
Can I get this, before we dwell on it, can I get this straight? You think your starting lineup at some games will be Mino on the right back, Varane, Lisandro, Luke Shaw on the left, and Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro in the middle? That's what you're telling me here.
Correct.
Okay. Just get that straight. I just wanted to get
Is he gonna be doing some sort of a inverted thing?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So he's not really a right back, but he's in the right back so you can get an extra midfielder. Okay. When we had the ball yesterday, we had two defenders behind the ball at all time. Luke Shaw kind of drops a little bit deeper, but Wan-Bissaka was so high up the pitch yesterday. Kobe was everywhere, but he was playing for Casemiro, so that one I understand. But Casemiro is not going to be on the bench every game. So when I'm trying to analyze how he wants to use this player, this kid, when he brings in Casemiro at the same time. And the only way for that to happen, also plus the positioning that I saw Kobe Mainoo in yesterday, was a lot in right back. Every time we start the build up, he was on the right side.
He was fantastic, Staffy.
But he would get the ball from right back and move up. Huh?
Listen, he was fantastic yesterday. I know a better way to use him. The under 20, they can win the league with him in it. I think that would be better use for him.
He's 100% staying with the
first. The problem is having a player like this sit on the bench without enough minutes is wrong.
He's 100% getting minutes this season. That's what I'm telling you. He's not going anywhere. Ten Hag came out and said he doesn't want to loan him.
I never said he's going anywhere. I said he shouldn't be on your.
By the way, the poll ended 53% are Staffy Defense League. So Staffy, you're being so
Staffy for the win.
53%
of people love you.
He doesn't even look happy.
I mean, wallahi, bro, it shouldn't be a question.
He doesn't look happy that people like.
It shouldn't be a question, wallahi. I give these people my time for them to even question if they should like me or hate me. I don't get it, man. It shouldn't be a question.
I disagree with what you said there, though.
Do you love me? Are you right? Say you'll never ever leave from beside me, because I want you. That's what you want? And I need. Look how he's smiling. This guy just needs some love, man.
Anyway, look at
guys. Someone send in. Please, someone send in like a £10 or a $10 super chat with just Staffy and a heart in it. Please, that's all I want, because it's the color gold and it has red in it, so it can satisfy Staffy, because he about to cry on the stream right now if you don't show him some love. Oh my God, man, these guys, wallahi. You know how much I love Staffy, man. Staffy, today I DM'd him. And I'm going to say this publicly, I don't give a fuck. Because Staffy is a massive part of the channel and of me as a person, lately, this last 2 months. I DM'd him, I told him, should we get Saad on? Listen, don't be like these boring fuckers and go like, I don't know. I'm like, tell me your honest opinion. He's like, yes, get Saad on. Imagine I ask my guest, which other guest should I bring on? And he thinks we don't love him. Come on.
I'm not a guest.
See how he's smiling? His face is red now. Momin, are you jealous?
No, my face is red from just the sun.
I'm jealous of Staffy. Yeah, no, I'm happy for my brother Staffy to be part of your channel. No, of course I'm happy.
Thank you.
Momin always gives the driest, most non-romantic replies ever. There is no romance in him.
I think people need to know that actually when Mo's not online, like when he's not live, he's actually the voice of reason. I think he just acts a little bit like, tougher here. He loves to cook us. But actually, he's very nice.
I'm still the voice of reason here. I provide the different angle.
But like you started the channel by trying to cook me, and you were like, "Oh, you went to a soccer game." I was like, "What?"
You literally said tailgating, bro. And Hussam asked, "What was that?" It's so American thing,
bro. That's what it's called. What do you want me to say?
I know tailgating is like.
You tried to cook me for going to a friendly game.
I didn't try. I did cook you. I didn't try.
That's even worse, bro. That's even worse, bro.
Anyway, I'm freaking tired.
Yeah, خلاص we're gonna wrap.
Go sleep on the couch downstairs.
خلاص حننهي الفيديو. تصير لك زي مصطفى احنا نقعد ندلع فيكم اثنين. خلاص يا اخي بدنا ننهي هينا حبيب قلبي.
شفت it's not only me.
So big up to Mu'min, big up to Mustafi, big up to of course our brother Saad for making his debut. Big up to everyone who's tuned in. There's still 600 people watching us even at this time of the night. Love for the love. Big up to Joe. Big up to Murad, Nilotpal, Victor, AJ, Cameron, Nadra, Edward, Felipe, Ganzo, Donny, Tyler, Dinishan, and Nidal for the super chats. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing. Before you leave the video, just hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up everyone as well, wherever you're watching from. Big up wherever you're watching from in the world. Big up. We're getting watched all the way from Ethiopia. Can you imagine how wild the life is? So anyway, we're going to go around the lovely panel. They're going to let you know where you can find them. Go ahead, Staffy.
Follow me on Twitter. All my socials at Eldon Staffy. My YouTube channel, Staffy TV. It's in the handle right here, Staffy_TV. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ahwa. If you were at the game yesterday, as I said, hold that. You know, Arsenal fans, hold that. You know, and we'll see you guys next show, inshallah.
That's great.
Oh, I love that.
Listen, Hussein, you should have played the goal.
That's
I'm just
great.
saying, because people were talking about the goal that I posted earlier in the show. So you should have given the fans what they wanted. I'm just saying.
Okay. Saad, my brother, they're saying best show on YouTube, even with Saad. Can you imagine? Crazy. Big up Saad.
Even with Saad,
Even
it's
with,
just like it's like Saad kind of ruined it, but it's still good.
No, don't do it. Go ahead, Saad. Where can people find you?
Now you can find me on YouTube, the Football Corner 97, and my Twitter handle, all social media, Saad_E215. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Big up, Habibi. Finally, Uncle Mu'min. Where can people find you, Habibi?
Never fall every day, and that's it.
He's literally with them right now. Yeah, the bar.
No,
Are you on Daps's laptop or something?
Energy. You know, Mu'min, I clocked one day we have to do this at like 10 p.m. So I've got a bit more energy. And this is what I want to do on the 10 p.m. show. I want to get the guys that are argumentative. I want to get
We'll get
Igal,
9. We can do 9.
I want to get Igal and Karen one day, so you can just get pissed off and keep shouting for 2 hours. I need a moment. I want you to rage. That's what I want.
Igal and who?
Karen.
Who's that?
لو ما تعرفش عرفك wait and see حبيبي. Big up to you guys.
واحد بيوشوش كده بيطلع يتكلم ويوشوش بس.
Peace out, man. Peace out.